Retroflag dropping a brand new version of the super popular mini NES Pi case. This is a beauty. I really love this case now after reviewing it, checking it out. Love the safe shutdown script. I did a video before about the Retrocade and how easy it was because it has an on-off switch. With this case, it really does transform the Raspberry Pi for a newbie. It's also beautiful as heck, and this combo is awesome. So in this video, let's unbox it, set it up, show you how to set up that script, and take a look at this gorgeous, gorgeous case. Brand new NES Pi case plus functional power and reset buttons, functional LED power indicator, and safe shutdown script now available. This does work for the brand new Raspberry Pi 3B Plus 1.4 gigahertz. Should also work for the old Raspberry Pi as well. And it's been on the market for a little bit, and I have to say it's great that they haven't raised the price at all. Before, there's a huge demand for this. I think there is a huge demand. I think they just got a little bit better about managing that demand. In the cardboard, you have a little instruction manual, and then you have the case itself. Really cool looking case. Love the front ports. Everything from the, the USBs to the network. I mean, network's kind of weird, but, deal with it. Where else are you gonna put it? It would require a lot more things. You do have that little SD card slot holder on the bottom. You can fit, 4 or 5 micro SD cards in there. You do have the rubber feet. You can take off the little plastic off the rubber feet so you get a nice grip on there. Those come off really easily. NES Pi case, made in China, retroflag.com. On the left side, you have nothing, just the console. On the back, you have the relocated power button, HDMI 3.5. On the right side, you have the micro SD slot, and then on the front, you have working power, reset, LED indicators, 2 front USBs there, 2 more there, and access to your network card as well. To open it up, it's a total of 6 screws here. I believe it's unscrewed to start with, yes. And wow, they actually give you a really nice screwdriver here. Like, that's a decent screwdriver. They usually cheap out on the screwdriver. And as you can see here, there's a couple things we need to hook up. The other thing is there is an optional fan right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a fan and put it in there just to have it. But you can buy those little fans for, $4 or $5. You might also be wondering, like, there's an iNex controller right here. I wanted to get this brand new iNex controller because I think it's a cheap option that's really going to set this whole thing apart. It's going to make this build look kind of cool. I really think that these two together are going to be a nice little combo. And this is cheap. So here I go, installing the fan. Clips right in. You can screw it in to be extra safe. Next thing is we do need to plug in our Ethernet and our USB. Let's go ahead and plug that into USB port 1. And then we also need to plug in our power, all the little GPIOs. Okay, red is gonna be last on the GPIOs. All right, so we got that all in. All right, once you get the HDMI all lined up, there you go, it just clicks into place. So we got all of our wires in there now. We got USB hooked up, LAN hooked up, GPIOs hooked up. We just need to screw this all in now. The other thing is we have the fan over here. You can see the positive goes at the top. So I can go ahead and wire the fan in there. And then the other thing you need to do is there's a little switch right here below this chip right here. Down there, it's off and on. There's a safe reset and safe or non-safe reboot. So my understanding is if it's in the off, you don't need to install a script and it's a hard reboot. And remember, in previous videos I've said, if you want to do a hard reboot, that's totally fine. I've never corrupted an SD card. Just don't turn it off when you're in the middle of saving a state or adding ROMs or something like that. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the safe shutdown. So I go ahead, by default, it's in the off position. I flicked it towards me over here on the right of the screen, and I'm going to go to the on position. There's also a indication on how to do that in the instruction manual as well. The Pi gets the shorter screws, so it's going to be this one here next to the on-off switch, and then the other one is right here. Let's go ahead and put this back together. Here's the back side. Nice fitment. We got everything in there. Now we just got to screw in the last. There's 6 total screws. Oh wow. That fitment is excellent. Notice nothing is rattling in this thing, and I'm throwing it up and down. This is a tight case, guys. Wow, this is really good. I'm I'm already impressed. So as you can see, it doesn't look much different with the Pi inside. All these ports are still the same. This doesn't look much different, but hey, now you have the HDMI, auxiliary, and we have our SD card. We got a 256 gigabyte in there. So this thing is ready to rock. So let's go ahead and hook it up with our controller back here and install the script and check it out. We have our brand new mini NES setup, and this is gonna blow any mini NES, any Retroflag, anything out of the water as far as capabilities.
You will need to be connected to the internet, so go ahead and go to RetroPie and then go down to Wi-Fi and set up your Wi-Fi there, or you could just plug in a LAN cable and be online and be done with it. So for this part, it's actually quite simple. All you're gonna do is go ahead and hook up a keyboard, hit F4 to go into your command line or terminal, and you're gonna go ahead and write the following code that I'm gonna have up on the screen. This is for RetroPie. If you have a recall box, there's also a script for that as well. So whether you're running recall box or RetroPie, the script is gonna work. After you run the script, it should reboot. If it does not reboot, you probably did something wrong on the script. Go ahead and try it again. So now that the script is installed, I just turned on that power button, and as you see, now the LED works, and we have HDMI signal, and I'm fast forwarding this a little bit. You can see the splash screen, and then we're on. And you can see the red indicator light is still on. And I'm just gonna jump in a game here really quick to show you, it's a live version of RetroPie. I am running this on the Virtual Man's version 6.3, 256 gigabyte image for the brand new Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. Has those nice bezels installed. And as I mentioned, look at this case, this controller, this image setup. I really was looking for an all-out Nintendo build, and I think I found it with this one. So I'm just gonna play a little bit of gameplay here. Then we're gonna go ahead and exit out with a start select. That's gonna be your hotkey, which I like to bind as select and then start. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit that reset button, which is the button next to the power button on the actual case, and see if that reset script works. We already know the power button turns on. We're gonna test the reset, and then the last test will just turn it off using the power button. Okay, so we hit reset. And this one I'm gonna do it in real time so you could see, as you can see, the LED kind of flickers and then it turns back on, and I should see an image here shortly. Now this image does take a second to load up, but I didn't wanna fast forward the film for you because I wanted to show you that, this does work. I didn't have to do anything else except press the button. As you can see, we're back in, and then I'm gonna do the power. And it takes a couple seconds, guys, and it's off. A safe shutdown. So easy, really cool. I did want to address the power lightning bolt issues. I've never had that happen to me before. I know some of you have that happen. If you're using the correct power supply, that should not happen. So I'll go ahead and put some links into some correct power supplies that should fix your issue. Final thoughts, I really do like the safe shutdown and reset. As I mentioned, it really does transform the Pi. It's a gorgeous case, a lot of details done. For $25, I think it's very fair. The controller I did in this review was only $7, so you can really get a cheap setup here. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this case an A. It has adequate cooling, it has cool features, it looks great, the price is right. It's the safe shutdown script is really easy to install for newbies. So all around, I'm really excited about this one. Gotta give it an A. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.